If you're a natural-born marketer, you're one lucky son of a gun. If you're like most people, marketing, especially online marketing, is about as appealing as standing in a police lineup. The May Create team of creatives has transformed websites and digital marketing from craptastic to fantastic since 2005. Our podcast, Marketing with Purpose, makes sense of marketing so you can make purposeful decisions instead of carrying on with the same old crap you've been doing. And now your host, Monica Pitts, founder of May Create, with another episode on how to make your marketing not suck.
Hello again, and welcome back to Marketing with Purpose. My name is Monica Pitts, and I have an announcement today. It makes me a little nervous and really excited all at the same time. We are going to go back to our roots, and we're going to simplify our name back to just Marketing with Purpose. Now, before you pull out that jump to conclusions mat, and as a mother of two girls, one of them recently turning 12 years old, I am very familiar with the jump to conclusions mat. I want to assure you that we still have every intention of serving our nonprofit audience through this podcast. So if that's our intention, I'm sure you're wondering why then go back to the original name and not just keep the nonprofit in Nonprofit Marketing with Purpose. Well, you may have noticed that some of our episodes start with Marketing with Purpose, like this one, and others start with Nonprofit Marketing with Purpose. And that's because we actually have two Marketing with Purpose podcasts. We have one focused on construction marketing and one focused on nonprofit marketing. Now, what's crazy is even though those two audiences may seem miles apart, they often both need the same answers. So I just record one podcast and we deliver it to everyone, because Marketing with Purpose isn't unique to just nonprofits. Heck, just within nonprofits, your target markets are extremely varied. And it's the same across all businesses. And the ways that you connect with those target audiences is different based on who they are and what your strengths are as an organization or as a business. So while the solutions and the audiences vary, the process that you follow and the mindset that you are embodying are the same, regardless of your industry. Because Marketing with Purpose is about making educated decisions for the right reasons and showing your true self to attract others like you, to you. Because small organizations, they don't have the bandwidth to try to change the minds of everybody. Instead, you should be attracting people like you, to you, that already share your same values and your same mission. And then together, you can rally around your like values and mission to make the change that you want to inspire. The way that you attract people to you is by helping them solve their problems. And that's how you connect with them. So you use marketing to connect with people to find solutions and help them solve their problems. And you could be a plumber, or you could be an animal rescue, but both organizations operate to fulfill a need in our society, and each gives back to make the lives of those they serve better. And that, my friends, is what Marketing with Purpose is all about. It's about making educated decisions for the right reasons and showing your true self to attract others like you to you and to connect with others by helping them find solutions to their problems. So Marketing with Purpose isn't just for nonprofits, it's for everyone. And I've always known this, but it kind of struck me like a lightning bolt after giving a talk to a group of local entrepreneurs. So I give this talk at least twice a year, sometimes more, and it's to a group of new women entrepreneurs. They're going through a business planning program with a local nonprofit we have in our community called the Women's Business Center. My job is to teach them the basics of marketing on basically a non-existent budget. And at this point, the presentation is basically an adapted slide deck from my nonprofit marketing presentation. And it was after giving that presentation to this group of new entrepreneurs that I had an aha moment. See, I have been sending these businesses back to this very podcast after every presentation explaining that it's not just for nonprofits, it's actually for them too. And I always tell the entrepreneurs, don't be afraid that the title says nonprofit, because Marketing with Purpose is marketing with a heart of service. So this is for you too. And a lot of the entrepreneurs, especially the new ones, are like almost identical to a nonprofit. Their story sounds just like yours in that they are truly marketing on the smallest imaginable budget. And they're cramming in their business planning and development edgewise while making little to no money and raising families and working a full-time job to just try to fulfill their dream and have a better life. And that sounds a lot like a nonprofit, doesn't it? So at what point in their entrepreneurial journey does marketing with purpose lose its value to them, right? Is it when they become successful? When they start making money? Is marketing with purpose no longer something that they should be doing? Like, shouldn't they always be trying to serve others and solve their problems and connect with people who are like-minded to try to grow their business and make people's lives better? Isn't that what it's all about? How is making money a deterrent from that? Exactly. Like, my friend Dave, he always gets on me and he's like, Monica, stop calling your audience nonprofits. That's not what they are. He says they are not for profit. Not for profit, Monica, is a tax status, not a state of poverty. And Dave is right. It is a tax status, not a state of poverty. See, great nonprofits run like businesses with a big heart. And great businesses run with the servitude of a nonprofit. I mean, just look at Tom's Shoes or Bomba's Socks. Those are obvious examples of businesses who run with a heart of servitude. But what about like Amazon, right? Okay, I'm going out on a limb here. But one could argue that Amazon, which according to my husband, is still not making any money, could also be considered as a business that is run with a heart of servitude. I mean, anyone can start an Amazon business. There's small businesses all over Amazon that are starting and running and would never have had the opportunity to make a living for their family had they not had the opportunity to utilize the Amazon platform. And you can make purchases and earn donations for your favorite charitable cause just by clicking through the right way. And they allow you to find what you want from anywhere. And they have created ways to deliver it quickly and easily in a way that honestly transforms and can improve some of our lives. Now we can spend more time with our families because we're not running back and forth to the store looking for something that may or may not be there. Or maybe we just have time to put away the laundry. But ultimately, they solved a problem. And anyone can see that the problem that they're solving feels way more superficial than the problem that Tom's Shoes or Bomba's Socks solves, right? I mean, Tom's is giving shoes to people in countries who have no shoes to put on their feet. And Bomba's is giving away socks to shelters for people who have no socks to keep their feet warm or dry and healthy. That's awesome. That's super amazing, right? And obviously, it feels like Amazon's a longer shot. But regardless of whether it's providing shoes in a third world country or socks at a shelter or an entrepreneurial opportunity for people or giving time back to families, what these businesses have attained is the marketing sweet spot. That spot where the values and the mission of your organization align with those you serve. Ah, it's kind of deep, huh? So it was with that deep aha reflection that I wondered if I'm actually doing a disservice to marketing with purpose by titling it as just for nonprofits. If it's about a movement of marketing from the right place, wouldn't it make sense to project it to all organizations and not just those of a specific tax status? If marketing with purpose really is for all organizations and not just nonprofits alone, then I feel like in order to reflect that, we should probably turn back to our roots and transition our name back to simply Marketing with Purpose. See, we began this podcast in 2020 as Marketing with Purpose to help organizations solve marketing problems through technology. But then we quickly shifted gears during COVID to focus more wholeheartedly on serving nonprofits because they had a really big problem to solve. Our nonprofits that we work with reported that they were severely underfunded and overwhelmed with need. Now, having said that, I realize that being underfunded and overwhelmed with people in need is not a COVID isolated experience. Okay, nonprofits have faced this since the beginning of time, and you still face this now. But COVID made things harder. It made it different. We all felt it. And our nonprofits reached out to us because they needed to shift into this crazy age of internet marketing really fast. So we decided as a team at May Create that we were going to use the resources that we had, our podcast and our blog, our tech and web know-how, to help pull them through. And as a result, in 2021, we changed the title of the podcast to Nonprofit Marketing with Purpose. Now, by focusing our efforts on serving nonprofits, we learned what real service looks like. So I can never regret changing the name. But we also reaffirmed just how very, very close nonprofit marketing is to small business marketing as well. And I really feel like I'm excluding people who need to find answers by tagging this podcast as a nonprofit-only experience. When really, it's not just for nonprofits. It's for business-minded organizations with a heart of service. Because great nonprofits run like businesses with a big heart, and great businesses run with the servitude of a nonprofit. So there's so much that everyone can learn from each other. Ultimately, we just want to gather together a community of marketers who want to get better so they can help others be better and help other people solve their problems. And in turn, make the world a better place. I know, it seems so grandiose that I really feel like marketing could possibly do that, but I'm just using my talents to try to help the world be better. And at this point, my talents include painting, making jewelry, crocheting hats, doing aerial and marketing. And it feels like marketing is the most applicable to make the world a better place. I mean, there's only so many hats I can crochet, right? But through doing this podcast, I can touch so many more people. And I'm hoping by changing the title, I can attract even more people with a service-driven heart and help guide them to marketing solutions too. As my company evolves to provide solutions through this recession to benefit not just those who can afford custom design, but to also help organizations learn to market and build their websites with support through our training programs, I really hope that I can use this podcast as a way to connect with them and guide them to marketing with purpose as well. And I promise you to still bring the nonprofit twist to our solutions. But I also promise to give a broader view as well, because we can all learn from each other and we can meet in the middle where our mission and values align. So stick with me. We're going to find these answers together. And as always, let me know what your challenges are and what you're facing. Thank you so much for rolling up your jump to conclusions, Matt. I know it took a lot, but I really appreciate you hearing me out and going through this logic that I've used to formulate this decision to shift the name of the podcast back to simply Marketing with Purpose. Now, if you like this podcast, and you've listened to it in the past, maybe it's helped you solve a problem or another, one thing I could really use right now is a podcast review. And I know I ask for them often, but as we shift the name, I feel like that could also shift the podcast algorithm because those suckers are real weird. You know, the podcast gods, they're weird. And I feel like if we had an influx of good reviews coming into the podcast, it would be exactly what it needs to help reach more people trying to solve marketing problems just like you and help us build this momentum to market with purpose. So please, please, please leave me a review. Just say something nice. Don't maybe make it up, but just say something, nice. And until next time, go forth and market with purpose.
Thanks again for listening to Marketing with Purpose. Head over to mayecreate.com, MAYECREATE.com. Yeah, you heard me right, MAYECreate.com for podcast notes and more resources to grow your business. Don't let your marketing suck. Get your pride on. Market with Purpose.